Evans is in perfect position. He's man-to-man all the way. You see 56? He's watching him all the way. Man-to-man. He's going to take him. And they just throw it out there to Dunbar, and there's Byron Evans. It's tough. You like to throw a screen or that loop when they're in zone, when they all drop off, not when they're man-to-man.
Since that third down play we were talking about, you were talking about, those are the total yards. The Eagles have gotten 95. The Saints with that loss -4. It's 3rd and 23 here now.
That's why Reggie White is an impact player, and that goes all the way back to the first play in the fourth quarter.
Let's say Bear in the end zone. That could be a safety. That is a safety. Reggie White tripped Bear in the end zone. He tried to lunge and get it out, couldn't make it.
That's why they call them impact players. That's why they call them dominant players. Reggie White in this second half became a dominant player. Reggie White took over this game.
That's the first sack by the Eagles today.
And here's Reggie White out here. Let's just watch him. Again, he'll do it with power and he'll do it with speed. He starts into Stan Brock. That's his bull rush. You start in, you just get him going back. He just knocks old Stan Brock. See, once you get him lifted up, then you can knock him back. He just runs right over Stan Brock, and in the process, he runs right over Bobby Hebert. See, he's coming from Hebert's right, knocks Stan Brock down, runs over him, and knocks Hebert down for a 2-point safety. And then, the amazing thing about it, for an old defensive lineman, he even knows the signals for a safety.
Well, Stan Brock was saying yesterday, what about Reggie White? Well, he's a man, as you said earlier. And Brock said it's like grabbing a bear with short arms.
Yeah, like playing against a bear. He said once he gets on you, he says you can't block him. He said what you have to do is try and redirect him, take him the way he's going. You know, the officials out there whistling for the Saints team to come out. They wouldn't come out. There's the rules of the safety. 2 points to the defensive team. Then the Saints get a free kick from the 20-yard line, and they usually punt.
That'll be by Barnhart. Jim Mora, he's done a whale of a job in New Orleans. He felt good, as he told you on Friday, about coming into this playoff game. But he said the Eagles are the best team we've faced in the playoffs.
And he has a good team, and he's done a heck of a job of coaching, and they had everything going for him. And they just lost it. They lost the momentum, but the Eagles took it away from them, too.
Second him out. Makes the free kick and gets it back to about the 38-yard line, where the Eagles will begin on offense. 26-20. The Eagles lead a 56-yard punt by Barnhart.
See that? It looked like Randall Cunningham was trying to calm Rich Kotite down. Should be the opposite. Should be the old cool coach calming the quarterback down. One thing about Randall Cunningham, everything didn't go his way early, but he did stay calm.
The 2 long touchdown passes to Fred Barnett. And his composure have brought the Eagles back.
And now if you have defense, you better bring it out now.
Heath Sherman is the lone setback, and the Eagles give it to him, and he's got some room. Sherman gets an Eagle first down, a pickup of 12 yards. Toy Cook finally tripped him up. Boy, there's a guy who sort of was in the back seat for a while, Heath Sherman. But since they put him in the backfield with Walker, Walker's been quiet, but he hasn't.
Yeah, and then they moved Byers to tight end, and that really changed this team around offensively. But to me, it's still Randall Cunningham and then the big play Fred Barnett. But today, this guy Baldinger's done a heck of a job. I mean, you hate to pick out Brian Baldinger, but he really does. He and Heller on that left side, that's where they've been getting all those yards. In this second half, they came out, and that side had a good pep talk, that left side of the Eagle offense.
And they've done a good job keeping. This is Sherman again, straight ahead. A pickup of 6, stopped by Atkins. What do you think about the job Heller's done? We haven't heard much from Swilling as far as rushing the passer is concerned, and he's one of the best.
Yeah, Heller's done a good job. I mean, he's one of those tough guys. He brings a defensive mentality, a scrap-you mentality to the game. He'll fight everything. He's not the quickest guy on a pass protection, although, as you say, Swilling has been quiet today, but he's a very good run blocker. Reggie, you don't want to start congratulating too soon.
Nope.
Not in this deal. Not here. When you don't congratulate, start shaking hands now.
2nd and 4. Sherman again. Away from Swilling. First down, Eagles. Out of bounds. Inside the 30 by Reggie Jones, but a gain of 16 for Heath Sherman.
Everyone's yelling to Heath Sherman, stay in bounds, stay in bounds. But they have dominated the second half, this Eagle offense, and this Eagle offensive line, and these running backs. Heath Sherman has really dominated this New Orleans Saint defense.
And he just got over 100 yards, in fact 106. He's also caught 3 passes.
And you saw Fred Barnett down there, just stay in bounds, stay in bounds. Keep that clock going, 3:46.
Look at the rushing yards this half when you need it. This is Walker this time. Stacked up at about the 28, a gain of 2. Ricky Jackson. Today's game was produced by Bob Stenner and directed by Sandy Grossman. The coordinating producer of the NFL Today is Eric Mann. The NFL Today was directed by Duke Struck, and the senior producer of the NFL on CBS is Ed Gorin.
And that's why when you talk about the best defensive lineman in football, you have to say it's Reggie White.
Certainly, he is among the elite.
He can dominate a game.
Yeah.
He can come in and take over and dominate and win a game, and I think he did it in this game today.
This is Walker. Sideline, out of bounds. Just a little bit shy of a first down. He got 7, however, as Vaughn Johnson put him down.
You also think of the job that the Eagle offensive line has done. Randall Cunningham has done. Fred Barnett getting open against any kind of coverage. And, of course, Heath Sherman, when they needed the running, Heath Sherman was the guy who got it for him.
Timeout, New Orleans, with 2:48 left to play.
And Seth Joyner, he knew that Eric Martin was going to catch those passes in there. Eric Martin started out with a lot of success catching those passes in there. And at the end, it was Seth Joyner who had the last laugh. He got that interception that set up the touchdown.
This game is presented by authority of the National Football League, and this CBS telecast is intended for the private use of our audience. Any rebroadcast or other use of this telecast without the express written consent of CBS, the New Orleans Saints, and the National Football League is prohibited.
There's Stan Brock, the 13-year veteran, has been through it all here at New Orleans, has had to live with the fact New Orleans Saints never won a playoff game. Hey, that's tough. I mean, to do so well, to come so close, and then not get over that hump. That hump will always haunt you.
3rd and short. Heath Sherman. Line of scrimmage. Didn't get it. Swilling made the tackle, a loss of 2, and here comes the Eagle field goal team.
I think the Eagles were probably playing for field goal there, Pat, knowing that with a 6-point lead, a field goal would give them 9 and then take it out of being able to be beaten by a touchdown.
This is an Eagle timeout as they get their field goal team in with 2:40 left to play, and the Eagles up 26-20.
That was a good defensive play. I mean, if the Eagles get that first down or go on in and score, then this game can be over. The only way to make it not be over was to make that defensive play.
4th, and it looks like about 3 yards, perhaps. They've got the field goal team in with Eagles holding. This was not an Eagles timeout. The first indication I got was that it was a Eagle timeout. I couldn't believe that, and I was right in not believing it. It was a New Orleans timeout from 39 yards away. Ruzick with Eagles holding. And he is letter perfect. It's 29-20 with 2:36 left to play.
And Jim Moore and Rich Kotite both realized how that changed the game, because right now the Eagles know that they can play defense to protect against 2 scores. Jim Moore realized when that one went through that now he